Turkey, kebab, cats, cows, and kindness. But wait, you just met a Turkish person and you don't speak a word? Don't panic. Let's teach you some words that you can use anywhere, anytime to impress a Turkish person. Turkey isn't just a country. It's a cultural buffet between Europe and Asia, where empires collided and languages got tangled like headphone cables. Once the heart of the Byzantine Empire, later the jewel of Ottoman Empire, it was home to Italians, Jews, Greek, Kurds, and Arabs, and we all end up yelling at traffic the same way. But sadly, many people in Europe still know little about Turkey. Maybe because we are not in the European Union, or maybe just because we don't advertise enough. Today I will give you a crash course in Turkish expressions, the kind that will charm, amuse, or mildly confuse the locals. We are going level A to level C. So I want to start with level A, the basics. There are a couple of words that you may hear many times when you go to Turkey or when you meet a Turkish person at a party in Amsterdam or at a similar place. So to greet, when you approach the person, the first thing you can say is merhaba or selam in more Arabic version. When you say merhaba to that person, it means hello. So the person will first think that you may be Turkish. Very few people know Turkish as foreign language. Some time ago I met some people from Albania, from Kosovo that can really speak Turkish, also from Russia. They were very fluent in Turkish. So merhaba or selam, you say that person merhaba, selam, and the person turns around or maybe slightly turns his hat to you, like directs his hat, and then with a little bit surprise he starts to question if you're looking Turkish or not, like anyone else. When it's morning we say good morning, günaydın, günaydın. Turkish is another part of European language family, so it may sound a little different than what you are used to here. But it's always a good practice to learn language or maybe know some couple of words from different language families. I mean, if you believe in the language families theory. When it's evening, good evening. What do you say? When it's evening, what do you say? İyi akşamlar. Good evening. So you're walking on the street, it's day. What do you say? İyi günler. Means have a nice day. İyi günler. You can combine merhaba, hello, iyi günler, have a nice day. So you are done with the conversation. You just said two words. What did you say? You said merhaba, hello, and you added iyi günler, have a nice day. So if you want to end the conversation there, you can say görüşürüz, which means bye bye, see you. Görüşürüz. I must admit that görüşürüz is not an easy word to pronounce, but görüşürüz, I mean, if you can pronounce this word correctly, then you are very close to become a real Turkish person, or at least know how to speak Turkish. And as next, you can say teşekkürler, which means thanks. I mean, thanks a lot. Teşekkürler. Teşekkürler. So, when you want to ask something kindly, in a kind way, what do you say? Please. So in Turkish we say lütfen. Lütfen. Lütfen. Verir misin? Can you give it please? Lütfen. Keep in mind all the basics, like this is the level A, will amuse that person, will not shock him or her. These words are rather intended to like start a conversation or just greet someone. When you're going on the street and say merhaba to a person, it may sound a bit awkward because you're not used to say merhaba like usually people you don't know on the street. But you can say, okay, merhaba is to start a conversation, but when you're leaving a place you can say iyi günler, iyi akşamlar, görüşürüz, and you're done with something and you want to say okay. What do you say? Tamam. Tamam. Tamam. Tamam. Tamam. Tamam means okay. So what else do we have? Evet. Yes. Hayır. No. These basic words to say yes or no. Evet. Hayır. Okay, you started conversations by saying selam or merhaba. If that person says something you don't know, you can say bilmiyorum, which means I don't know. Bilmiyorum. Or you can say anlamadım, which means I didn't understand. So let's imagine you started the conversation. You said merhaba. And now the next thing you can ask or you can say nasılsın, which means how are you? Like you said merhaba nasılsın, which means hello, how are you? When the person hears that, he or she will respond like usually. No one says I'm not fine. Everybody says I'm fine, thanks, right? İyiyim, sen nasılsın? In official way or unofficially. İyiyim, senden naber? Okay, we stick to level A, and if you can say any of these words I mentioned above, then you sound 30% more lovable. And you can get attention of the Turkish person by just using one of these words. It's effective.
In the next episodes.
And this word is dangerous. It means hayır. I mean, it sounds a bit awkward, I know, but we do it. If a person does that to you in Turkey, saying, don't get surprised because it means no. So,